Now, sole meunière is a classic French dish. I know, it sounds so fancy, right? You're like, it's so fancy, it can't be fast. Oh, yes, it can. Now, meunière is basically any sort of method for using typically a delicate protein, something like sole or even like tilapia. You could do it with chicken as well. But you dust it with flour. Meunière it technically means the miller's wife in like way back when French. Because basically you come home from the mill, you're covered in flour, you're dusty. You get it covered in your fish and you put it in a pan and it's delicious. But the best thing about sole meunière or meunière in general is that little dusting of flour really protects that delicate protein. So it makes sure it doesn't fall apart in your pan. It also helps build a golden brown crust on that fish. And then the third thing it does is it helps build a beautiful pan sauce. So it's a really, really great, easy thing to do. Sounds super fancy, but it takes very little time. And in fact, it takes such little time, I'm gonna prove it to you, because I'm gonna put 10 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna see if I can make this dish in 10 minutes. I'm shooting for under 10 minutes, but 10 minutes is what I'm giving myself. Okay, so we are gonna start now. Okay, the first thing we have got is 2 sole fillets. Now you can use any sort of thin fish. You can even do this with trout if you wanted to. Just it has to be thin. I love sole because it's classic. So I'm just gonna season those fillets with some salt, just on both sides, and then a little bit of pepper. I feel like sole kind of fell out of fashion for a while. I remember like when I was a kid, we ate sole all the time, and then nobody ate it anymore. But it's coming back, baby. We're doing it. All right, so I'm getting that nice and coated, and you see how thin this fish is. So that's gonna cook really, really quickly. Add some pepper on there as well. Perfect, okay, we're doing well. 30 seconds and all I've done is salt and pepper. Mary, hurry up. We gotta go quicker. Okay, and then we wanna do that flour coating. So for that, I've just got all-purpose flour here. I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup onto a pan or a plate, just something nice and shallow, because basically we just wanna flop this fish around in this flour to get it nice and coated. So that is looking perfect. I'm gonna season that up a little bit more with salt and pepper too, just to make sure everything's nice and seasoned. Give that a little bit of a stir to combine. Shake it out. Okay, fish is going in. So we've got our little sole fillets. I'm gonna pop those into that flour and just get it nicely coated. You don't want a big thick coating, you just want a nice little dusting. Again, you came home from the mill, you tried to pat yourself off, didn't work too well, so you still got that little bit of that flour on there. All right, let's get the other one in there as well. Now, this is a super simple recipe, really, really low on ingredients as well. We've got the fish, we've got flour, and then we basically need butter, lemon, and some parsley. So the first thing we need is that butter. The butter's gonna help cook the fish, give you golden brown color, but it's also gonna help build a pan sauce, which is perfect. So I've got a pan here over medium-high heat. We want it nice and hot because we want good color on the fish, and it's gonna cook really quickly. So into there, I'm going in with a tablespoon of butter. But don't worry, this is a French recipe, so we obviously are adding more butter later. Duh, it's flavor. Fast, fancy, and flavorful. All right, so I'm just gonna let that butter melt in there, and immediately it starts browning. It smells nutty, it smells delicious. So now we're gonna add in that fish. So grab those little fillets of fish, give them a shake off to get any of that flour off, and pop that fish right on into that pan, into the butter. All right, we are well underway with this sole meunière. This takes about 2 minutes, I'm gonna say, on this first side for this fish to get golden. So I got a whole 2 minutes. What am I gonna do? I got 2 minutes and I got 7:37 left. I think I'm gonna make a salad, because I'm gonna make you a full dinner. So I'm gonna get some arugula from my fridge. Any sort of like microgreen or whatever you've got works perfectly. I just like getting the one that's pre-washed, because then I don't have to wash it, because I would not be making this dinner in 10 minutes if I had to wash this. But I'm gonna make a really quick vinaigrette, something punchy and delicious. This is kind of my classic vinaigrette at home. The first thing I want is a shallot. You could also do this with red onion, but I love using shallot or red onion. It gives a good flavor to the dressing, but it also adds that little additional crunch into the salad. So I'm just gonna thinly slice up a shallot. How are we doing for time, everybody? What are we doing? We're doing okay? Okay, we're fine. We're fine and dandy. All right, get that nice and sliced up. If you wanted to, you could also mince the shallot, but again, slicing it gives you that extra little bit of deliciousness in the salad. All right, shallot's in. We're gonna go in with a clove of garlic as well, minced right on in. That fish is looking so good. Woo! I'm feeling chill about this one. Usually when I do a 10-minute recipe, I'm freaking out the whole time, but I'm chill today. All right, garlic is in the bowl, absolutely beautiful. Then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of lemon zest and juice. You don't have to do the zest, but I love that zest. It gives you just pure lemon flavor, super tasty. And you bought it, so why not use it, you know what I mean? Once you juice this lemon, you can't get the zest off, so pop her in. little bit of lemon juice. And the reason I'm putting the shallots, the garlic, everything like that in first is because this lemon juice is gonna almost pickle those vegetables. It's gonna pull back on that shallot spiciness, pull back on that garlic, and it's gonna be beautiful. That is not a juicy lemon. This is giving me, this I'm mad at now. Okay, I wore my lemon dress. You'd think the lemon would be nice to me today. All right, in we go with that. Wipe my hands off. I'm gonna season that up with some salt, little bit of pepper as well. And then to bring everything together, I'm going in with some Dijon. How are we on time? Oh my gosh, I got so much time. We are doing fine and dandy, y'all. I can chill. Okay. I'm feeling really good about this. I'm getting way too cocky. Watch this go off the rails in a minute. All right, I'm going in with a little bit of Dijon mustard. That's gonna help emulsify things, but it's also gonna help just make it creamy and give a good punch of flavor. I like a really mustardy dressing, so I'm going in with a bunch, but you can do you. Give that a bit of a whisk. Then we're going in with some oil. Oh my gosh, that fish looks so good. Golden brown, so good. Adding in some oil. I like a really punchy vinaigrette, so I don't actually add too much oil. I usually do half and half, but just do whatever you want. So that's looking great. In goes that arugula. Pop her on. Okay, we're done. Don't toss it yet. Toss the arugula right before you're about to serve it just to make it nice and crispy. And here we've got our fish, looking beautiful. Okay, it is a French recipe, as I said, so we're gonna add in another tablespoon of butter. Don't worry, we have not seen the last of the butter yet. That's going right on in, and I'm gonna flip this fish over. You can see it's already golden brown. Oh, look at that. Now this is the thing, if I didn't do that flour crust, this golden brown wouldn't happen. It would fall apart, it would be a little trickier, but that is all flavor right there. Turning the heat down to about medium, I'm letting that go for about a minute. That's all it needs. So while that does its thing, gonna clean up a little bit. And I'm just gonna prep the rest of the ingredients for that sauce. So the first thing I need is a little bit of parsley. We have 4 minutes? Guys, this is the first time the clock's been on my side. What a treat this is. All right, a little bit of parsley, about a tablespoon of some chopped parsley is perfect. I'm gonna transfer that on into a bowl just to make sure everything is good to go. You could easily just pop it in the pan once the fish comes out, but we're getting ahead today. Now into there, I'm going in with some lemon zest. Because again, basically the sauce for any sort of Meunière is basically just butter, lemon, and parsley. It's super fresh, it's really tasty, it's bright, and it comes together in a flash. The best part too is that butter in that pan is getting brown. And brown butter, that's just free flavor. It's so nutty and delish. All right, in goes that zest. We're gonna pop in that juice as well. Oh, using your muscles. Oh my gosh, 3 minutes? Guys, what do you wanna talk about? I'm feeling so good about this. Okay, so we've got that lemon juice in there as well. Perfect. Now let's check on our fish. I think it's all cooked and ready to go. I'm gonna pop it onto a plate. You could easily do this, obviously, with more pieces of fish. It's super simple. I'm gonna serve 2 for 1 plate. And do you see that golden brown butter? I'm gonna pop a little bit more butter in there. What do you say? So, going in with another tablespoon of that butter. You see the golden brown in there, so good. I'm gonna pop this fish down over here. While that butter starts to melt, now I'm gonna add in that beautiful lemon juice, lemon zest, and parsley. We got 2 minutes, 45 seconds. We're taking our time. Now, adding this in now, the little bit of flour that did fall off of this fish into this pan is almost thickening this up. So that is gonna give us a beautiful sauce. Ooh, a little bit of a lemon butter facial. Ooh. The glasses are gone, but that is the sauce. That is it. We are done. That is the meal. Little bit of pepper in there as well. Do you see that beautiful golden color? It is tasty. It is delicious. I'm gonna bring this right on over here. I gotta toss that salad. That's the only thing I forgot to do. I'm gonna wait, let's toss the salad first. Mary, hold back. You got time. We got 2 minutes. So much time. I'm gonna toss this salad in this beautiful dressing. Again, I like a really mustardy dressing. The shallots have lightly pickled. They're looking absolutely beautiful. I only made a little bit of a mess. I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Pop that salad right on the side. Those shallots are on there as well, looking totally stunning. You could put some capers in there too. And then all you need to do is get this beautiful sauce that is reduced down, that golden butter sauce. I'm gonna just spoon over top. It is punchy. It is so good. Honestly, this is an absolute dream. Pop a little bit of a lemon wedge right on the side if you're feeling it. I'm just showing off now is what's happening. That is all you need to do. Look at that, time stops. How did I do? Ding, dinner is ready. How fast and fancy was that? Yo, I'm so proud of myself right now. Dinner in 9 minutes is pretty impressive. While you're still chatting with all you lot, having a great time. I think I got time to take a bite. Let's give it a go. Oh my gosh. The thing about that flour on the outside too is it seals in all the juiciness of that fish. It is bright. That buttery sauce with that parsley is out of control. Oh my gosh. You gotta make that. That is so good. It's bright, it's punchy, it's buttery. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.